everybody, this is my channel Humble House. Thank you for choosing to try out this project. We will be doing this lovely headband, perfect for Christmas or just in general for the fall weather. It has such a lovely color, or even Valentine's Day. Let me tell you what you'll be needing. I always like to have on hand scissors, stitch markers, if you don't have any, paper clips, a yarn needle, and a measuring tape. These are just my basics. I always have them on hand. Then you will need 2 different types of yarn for this project. Unfortunately, I don't have the little papers anymore, so I don't remember what brand they are. I do know I bought this one at Michael's, and this one I got at Tuesday Morning. I don't know if you have that store in your state. This is like a bulky 5. This should be like a 3 probably. So I'll be using 2 different types of hooks, a 6.5mm and a 4.5mm. And if you have any type of button to add that's an extra, it can be any color that you like, red, brown, green. Start by doing a slip knot, form a little loop, then take your smaller crochet hook, insert through the middle, then pull this yarn through this little circle. Carefully hold on to these 2 ends and then pull on your hook at the same time, so in opposite directions, and there you have your slip knot. Now simply adjust the yarn to your hook, not too tight, not too loose. Now we will chain 6. You simply put your yarn over your hook, just the yarn over, and then pull it through that first loop. That is your first chain. Again, yarn over, pull it through your hook. There you have 2. When you've done your 6 chains, we will join the 2 ends with a slip stitch. Simply go into that first chain that you made, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through that loop, and then pull through the loop that was on your hook as well. That's your slip stitch. Now we will chain 3. This counts as your first double crochet, okay? Now into this ring that we formed, we will do 2 double crochets. The double crochet is you yarn over, then you insert your hook into the ring, then yarn over again, pull that yarn through. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, then yarn over and pull through the last 2. One more time, you yarn over before you insert your hook, then go into the ring, then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Now we will chain 7. And then we do 3 double crochets this time into this ring, okay? So you remember, yarn over, into the ring, now we chain 7 again and repeat 3 double crochets. Now obviously this slips a little bit, so you might get confused. Simply hold on to it with your middle finger through the back. so that you know that you have those 3 loops at the beginning. That way you can finish off that double crochet. Now chain 7 again. Once again, 3 double crochets into your ring. And now we chain 7 one last time. We join these 2 ends by doing a slip stitch into that 3rd chain, the top chain. So remember, we started with 3 chains at the beginning, 1, 2, and 3. That is where you will insert your hook. Yarn over, pull it through, and then pull that as well through the loop that was on your hook. This is what it should look like. Now we will slip stitch into this next stitch right here. Hope you can see that. Into that one, then into that one, and into this first one of the chain 7. Okay, so you can see I can go in there and slip stitch. Now I go into the next one and slip stitch, and into this first chain of the 7 chains that we did, and slip stitch. Let's chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now we will work into this space right here. We will start by doing 2 double crochets. Now we will do 3 trebles. So the treble, you yarn over twice, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 4 loops. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop. So you go through 2 loops on each one, and then yarn over and pull up a loop. Let me show you again. Yarn over 2 times, insert into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. And one more time. Now we continue. We're going to do 5 double trebles. Yarn over 3 times. Then insert your hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop. You will have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. Yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Again, yarn over 3 times, so 1, 2, and 3. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And we need a total of 5 of these. There I have 5 double trebles. Now we will go back and do 3 trebles. So only yarn over twice. 3 of these. And now we finish off with 3 double crochets. Only yarn over once. And do that 3 times. There. Now we're going to skip this. And we're going to go into the next space. We will start this time with 3 double crochets. So remember, over here we had the chain that counted as one of our double crochets, and then we did 2. Therefore we need 3 double crochets here, and then you will do 3 trebles, and then do 5 double trebles, and then you go back to 3 trebles, and then 3 double crochets. And then you skip this space again, and you start one more time, and I will meet you when you're at this last petal. Here I am done with all my rounds, and the way I connect these two is in that first chain of 3 that we made into that top one. So that 3rd chain, I insert my hook and make a slip stitch. Now I am ready to cut this off. Simply pull up a loop and tighten it. So that's the first part. Put it aside. Now we start our second one. Form a loop so we can make a slip knot again. Remember, you pull it through that circle and then hold on and pull in opposite directions and tighten this. This time we are going to chain 4, then join the 2 ends with a slip stitch. Now chain 3, and I know this is hard to see where that circle is, the ring basically that we formed. Just kind of pull it apart so it's over here. It's not this one, it's this one right here. Do a double crochet into this ring. Now chain 5. And again make 2 double crochets into the ring. Then you chain 5 again, 2 double crochets, chain 5 and 2 double crochets. And then you chain 5 again. Then we join with a slip stitch on that 3rd chain that we started, the top of it. So do a slip stitch in there. And then we do another slip stitch, remember, into that stitch right next to it. And into this first chain from the 5 that we did, another slip stitch, chain 3. Now into this space again we will do 1 double crochet this time only, so this first chain of 3 counts as 1. These are basically 2 double crochets that we're counting here. Now we do 2 trebles, and this time we will do 3 double trebles. Now we go back and do 2 trebles. And then 2 double crochets. And then we skip this part and we go into the next space, and we start again with 2 double crochets, then 2 trebles, then 3 double trebles, and then you go back 2 trebles, 2 double crochets. And then when you're done, you will join with a slip stitch at the top of this chain of 3 like last time, and simply cut off, pull it through to tighten it. Now we need to thread these in. You use your yarn needle, and then on the back of it you go through several stitches and thread this in. You do this with all the loose ends. Okay, then put these to the side for now, because eventually we're going to put them together once we have the headband, and add our button. Okay. Let's move on to the headband. Form a loop. We will do our slip stitch again. Insert through that loop, grab a hold of this loose end. Don't let go of these 2 strings and pull in opposite direction. Adjust. Now chain 3. This stitch is called the rickrack stitch, and with this chunky yarn, it holds up really well. It's just a little bit hard to see with the dark colors. Okay, then that first chain that you made, you want to insert your hook through there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that's 1 single crochet. Now chain 2, and once again into that same stitch, do a single crochet. Now turn your work and chain 2. You need to find the space where we chained 2, so let me just turn it back around to show you. So we had that first single crochet right there, and then we chained 2, 1, 2, and then we did another single crochet, sorry, right there. Okay, 1, 2, and then we did that other single crochet. So that is the space that you want to work into. So let me go back around. Now insert your hook into that space and do a single crochet. Now chain 2 and work another single crochet into that space. Now turn your work again, chain 2, and find that space one more time where you chained 2 before. Insert your hook, yarn over and do your single crochet, chain 2, and once again do a single crochet. Turn your work, and repeat. And you want to keep doing this until you reach the desired length for your headband. Here is a sizing guide, so it's just an average, and of course if you have your child right there, then it's even better if you can measure. For my daughter, so she is 12, well no, she's 13 months, sorry, she just turned 13 months, and her head circumference is 19 inches, so I'm going to do about 17 inches of this band. Now that I have reached the length that I was going for, I will join the two sides. Just make sure it's not twisted. And since I have this little stub right here from, it just came like that with the yarn, unfortunately, I am going to leave this outside so that once I connect them, I can turn it inside out. So all we want to do now is do 3 slip stitches, and you really just go into whichever one you can find along this edge. Just want to make it look as even as possible. And this last one. And 3. There you go. Now I will cut this off. And I am going to pull it through. So I'm going to yarn over and pull a loop through to make a knot in there. And I am also going to make a knot with the beginning, with the yarn that we started with. Okay, just to have it secured. Now grab your yarn needle and thread these loose ends in. Turn this inside out. Like that. Now you have to pick a place where you want to put your decorative button. Also, you have to decide if you want it to be like this, aligned with each other, or you want them to be sort of offset. Okay, so your yarn needle might not go through the button, so you want to test it out first. See, this one doesn't go through, but I have this other one, and of course that one goes through. Just make sure you do that. And you want to start on the back of this, of the headband. Go through the middle part, and then try to find, okay, there's that button. So I'm going to go through, but not all the way, because I need to make a knot. So I'm going to pull it almost all the way, but I'm going to come back here so that I can form a knot, or 3 like that. You continue going through the rest of those holes. So you want to go back and forth, making sure that this button is secured and the baby can't somehow get the button or something, because obviously those are choking hazards. Okay, this should be good. Now you can make another knot back here, then cut it off and thread in the loose ends just like we did with the headband. And there you have your headband with your decorative button. And it should be called flower or something, but this is what it's called. What a statement piece, right? For a little one. Perfect for the holidays. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I hope it was easy. I hope you enjoyed making it. Please follow me on Instagram at HumbleHus. There you can see all of my projects and maybe get inspired for your next project. Until next time, this is HumbleHus. Bye!